Hi guys, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. It is Sunday, April 26th, I believe, 2020. And so, interesting. Today's 4/26/20, right? All right. So, I was looking at the numbers. That's why I was saying it's interesting. It is numbers fascinate me, and I believe that they're coming into uh my um my energy field. I believe I'm going to be guided to get more into numerology, maybe, or something like that, okay? But for right now, I'm looking at the stones. The stones, I'm really feeling connected to healing stones lately. And so before I start this reading, I wanted to kind of point out that these stones, if you notice, I was guided to these stones in particular for this reading. Because if you notice the heart in the center, the stones around it, there's a lot of green. Green adventure. There's green adventure. There's a clear quartz, right? There is amethyst, citrine. I don't know what that one is, guys. I apologize. Tiger's eye, and more green adventure. And this one is also a quartz. I believe that's a green quartz too. Uh, Now, when I was guided to these stones, there was no second thought about which ones to pick. So I was guided to align them in this way too, because um, I believe Spirit is trying to tell us that this reading, there's a great shift coming, okay? And the shift is in regards to money. It is in regards to career. And whatever else comes in, I believe there are matters of the heart that are here at the core, okay? And so Tiger's eye, if you notice how this is placed, Tiger's eye is right next to the heart. And the tiger's eye is about protection, okay? Um, it is an indication of something beautiful. If you think of a rainbow with a pot of gold on the other side, right? Um, that's sort of what's resonating right now. This tiger's eye is about protection. It is about protecting the heart and bringing in manifestations of what, you know, what belongs with you, what is coming in for you financially, and how you relate to money, how you feel worthy or not worthy of money, okay? So this tiger's eye is an indication that something's coming in to your environment, your world, something that is something is clearing the way. It's this stone, to me, clear quartz, in this instance is a indication of perceptions clearing, coming into full purity, into healthier view, okay? And so I feel as if this amethyst is very much a healing stone, something that's very close to you, close to your heart, right? And so Spirit says, I want you to start viewing your correlation to money, because you are a being of energy, but you are also a human. And so in your human world, says Spirit, there are things that belong with you. They're not to be off on some island somewhere, like money, like prosperity and abundance, right? And so these stones kind of indicate to me, I could do a reading right now with just these stones, but I'm going to use the cards because I know you guys like them. But here, the tiger's eye is very protective of this the heart of yours, your life cycle, your well-being. So these green adventure stones are here in plenty, right? There's plenty of them here around, surrounding it. Look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these stones. And so Spirit says, look, they're beautiful. And they're here as a tool. They're here to sort of attach to your energy and to assist you in your journey in the things that you need in your life, the things that you should value, but maybe put a negative spin on, a negative look, a negative perception, especially right now. Excuse me, my mouth is getting dry because I feel Spirit really wants to bring this home, this message. So the things that you should be valuing in a positive way have gone kind of negative. And it, in part, is due to whatever has happened in your life. And it's also magnified, either good or bad, by your own perception. And so that's why clear quartz is here too, to as a reminder to us that our perception is going to shift. And this is coming. I feel it in May. Like, I feel it coming. Could have already started for you guys. But I feel like in this final week of April and in May, I don't know why, I feel like through May, I don't know, sometime between now and end of May, right? And May 25th is what I'm seeing. For some reason, I see that date. There's some energy coming in. For some of you, it's trickling in. For some of you, it is coming in like there is no doubt. It's just right in your face, this energy. This healing energy of changing your perception. And it is like a wheel that is turning. And like a water wheel, when it picks up water and then it goes round and then it dumps the water out. I don't know. I feel like it's the wheel turning for you. It is a energy shift that's coming for you that is really, like I see an exclamation point. So Spirit says this is really important that you know that your troubles with money, it's not even so much about a windfall coming in. It's not even about the government coming in to save your ass. Sorry. Excuse me. It's not even about the government coming in to save you. And at the last moment here, you know what? The clock is ticking down. You only have a little bit of money left in the bank. The government comes in to give you a stimulus payment. It's not about that. This is about you saving you being your own hero with the assistance of your guides, your angels, your higher self. This is about you using the tools and resources that you have to come up with a brilliant idea, to pull yourself out of where you've been financially. And this goes for me too. This is a beautiful energy coming in. This I feel that these stones represent something very telling. These are your inner tools inside yourself, guys. These stones. I was actually thinking of, those commercials for cereal. They're magically delicious, the Lucky Charms. And they have the colorful charms. I think they have clovers, and I don't know what else in there, but they're colorful, right? So look, these are your essential tools. These represent what you already have inside of you. They're magically delicious. But that's what these are here. These are these healing stones, and they represent a piece of you, right? This represents these green adventures. For me, I feel like they represent money. They represent grounding. They represent earth, like grounding, right? They represent healing. They represent money, currency. I feel it very strong. Okay, That's what I feel with these stones. So I feel like these represent what's already there, what's already in your path that you haven't allowed to come through yet, because you've had this perception that money, let me tell you something, and I might have told you this before. When I was growing up, my father had a big issue with money, and he always said money is the root of all evil. Okay? And so I grew up listening to him and watching him. We barely had what we needed, because he felt as if you have more than you need, then you would be corrupt. That's how he was. And he didn't value money like healthy. He was frugal, yes, but he was also very suspicious of money and very suspicious of what it could do to a person. And so he felt as if anybody that was wealthy was evil. That was my dad, not me. But people that I don't know, people in all walks of life have interesting views on money and how it correlates to you as a person. And so when I think about that right now, while I'm giving you this reading here, when Spirit is coming through, I feel that all of that is unraveling. Those false perceptions, because Spirit says money is really, it's right here, is the core of how you correlate to how you resonate with money. Do you value yourself enough to see that money is not your enemy? Or money is not to be, you're not to be in a place of lack with money, because we all have the ability to manifest something great in our lives. But something that holds us back is traditional beliefs, or something within our perception that is flawed. And so, in this reading, I feel very much the connectivity and the inner core, the strength, the courage, the fortitude, the brilliance of pulling yourself out of old traditional beliefs in regards to negativity with money. Because how you feel about yourself inside is what you're going to attract around you. It took me a long time to see that. It took me a long time to realize that. But I've done some healing over the last, I would say, couple of years in regards to my self-worth. Guys, listen. I've been in situations where I have been treated, I'm not going to go into it too much, but I'm going to tell you this, where I didn't feel valued, and I didn't feel as if I deserved to have a beautiful life. And I drew that to me. I drew those relationships to me because that's how I felt. Because that's all it took, is for somebody to sort of promote their negativity and those flawed perceptions in my direction. And I felt like I was almost like infected with that sort of energy around me. And it caused me to feel less than worthy in a lot of ways. Okay? And so when we feel that way, we sort of carry that like a weight around us, like a burden on our back, and sort of lead in our feet, so we can't move very easily. We stay stuck in that perception that is unhealthy. And it's only been in the last several months that I have started to feel and recognize my own self-worth. And it doesn't, you can rise above what people think of you, how they treat you, because it's only within our own inner strength, our growth, that we can decide to stay stuck and burdened, or move forward, right? So we have the key, not someone else. Yes, they can knock us down with unpleasant comments, or make us feel good with compliments. But really, it's up to us. We hold that key. We hold the key to, am I going to allow this person to cause me to feel a certain way, or a situation, right? Am I going to allow this to continue? It's not up to them. It's up to us. It's up to us to move ourselves forward, to unshackle our ankles, our feet, our hands. It's up to us to move the bricks off of our shoulders, that heavy load. It is up to us to stand upright and to allow the beautiful energy of self-love, self-confidence. It is up to us to allow the assistance from our guides to help us through this. And so, my goodness, I didn't realize I'd be 16 minutes in talking about this with these stones, but this is the reading. I am going to do some cards, but I want to spend as much time with these stones as as Spirit wants me to, okay? So I feel as if Spirit wants you to know that you are these gemstones. You are these healing stones. You are the pieces that represent you are here, okay? Now, the amethyst healing stone, I feel like people who have addiction problems, this helps people with addiction problems, right? So I feel like this stone, do you see how it's right above the heart here? So I feel like this stone, this amethyst, is here, and it's here to remind us that we have the ability to take that first step, right? What is it with AA? It's 10 steps or something. And so this is a commitment here. This amethyst represents your commitment to your heart, to you, to your self-worth. It represents the focused dedication to yourself, right? And so in this reading, as we go on, we're going to see how Spirit points that out and shows us, and what Spirit wants us to know to move forward in the direction of financial prosperity, okay? And when I say that, I mean, Spirit says, understand that you are co-creator here, and that sometimes miracles do happen, and they happen all around us. But this isn't about money falling from the sky into your lap and suddenly your problems are gone. This is about you getting up off of your feet, shedding the shackles, and being a co-creator, playing your part in this with your divine plan, with the abilities that you have, that God gave you, to create a more stable foundation in your financial piece of this, okay? And so thank you, Spirit. Thank you for your loving words of advice and for guiding us today. This is real, guys, okay? This protection here, this is, I feel like, your higher self. This is your higher self. These are your higher self and your connection to your inner compass, the connection to God, to the most supreme protection. This, I feel the Archangel Michael energy here with this tiger's eye, because this is about protection, protecting the heart, making sure the heart is healthy in a very spiritual and in a very, how do I say this, metaphysical way, maybe, and how you are looking at things. Like I said, these all go hand in hand, right? The clear quartz, the tiger, the green adventure, the green quartz. I believe this is also green quartz. It's very pale green, but it's a form of quartz. And these quartz stones are also representative of your perceptions, like I said, okay? The healthy, clear energy that's coming in. Thank you, guides. All right. And citrine is a very much an overall healing energy. So this is sort of at the top, right? This is, for me, it feels like crown chakra. It feels like it's it is an overall healing stone, but it is also representative of your higher self, of the healthier part of you that you rarely access. And so your higher self is here to say, we're all working hand in hand here. All the pieces of you are coming together now to bring in something beautiful, abundant, prosperous. And I see our beautiful Archangel Ariel here with, she says it's very simple. It's not like you think. It's not complicated. You have the ability here. I'm here to assist you. I'm here to open the floodgates so that this abundance can pour into your life. But you have to do your part too. And you have to open up and allow. You have to allow yourself to be a co-creator on this path. Okay, I have prayed and allowed Spirit to come through and pick the cards for us. And so I have on this side, there's 2 rows of cards that Spirit wants me to talk about. On the left side is what has been happening in your financial energy field within yourself, around you. And on this side is what is coming in with the healing and the energy that's coming in regards to your finances, guys. Okay, so we're going to start with this one here. So what's been happening in the past and up until recently is you've kind of been in a still place. You know, you've been worried, but you've also been afraid to move on anything. So you've been kind of sitting and going, woe is me. And you know what? That's not a criticism or a judgment, because we all do it. You've kind of been in this place where you've been like, I don't know what to do. I'm afraid to make a move. So I'm just going to sit here and see what happens. Right? And it's been more about sitting in, like I'm hearing this, sitting in your own sweat, right? In the summertime when you're hot and you can't cool down and you're just like sweating or whatever. So it's like you're sitting in your own sweat. You're not moving because you don't want to cause a ruckus. You don't, when you're hot and you're sweaty, if you move around more, you're going to create more sweat. You're going to be more uncomfortable. So here you've kind of been sitting in this funk, in this place where you're like, I don't know what the hell to do. So you know what? I'm just going to sit here. That's it. I can't even do anything. If I tried this, I'm afraid it will turn out worse. So you've kind of been sitting and you've been sort of resting in that place of fear, right? In that place of fear. And so you've kind of just allow it to stew, kind of stewing in your own juices here, if that makes sense. I don't know. I think sometimes our guides are humorous. And so you've kind of been creating your own little melting pot of unhealthy energy in regards to finances, in regards to money, in regards to how you relate to money, right? That's you. And it's for some of you looking at this, you're like, yep, that's me. That's what I've been doing. And in this situation now, in these times with quarantine and people have lost their jobs or their business has gone cold or quiet because of we're mandated to be in quarantine. So there's loss of revenue there. But here's the thing. This feeling of, and this energy of being kind of in that funk was happening before all this quarantine business. And this is just more of a, it's in your face type of energy where it's like, okay, we're all suffering, or people are suffering out there with this lack of or whatever. But So this is what's been going on. This is what's been going on in your past and up to the present. You've sort of been just kind of waiting for something to happen, right? You've been waiting for something to kind of fall in your lap, or you've kind of been waiting for some sort of something to happen. But it's kind of like you've been in this place where you're like, kind of pondering, kind of sitting, kind of not knowing what to do. So you're just kind of waiting. But you don't know what you're waiting for because you haven't figured out yet how to pull yourself out of this situation that seems impossible, or it seemed impossible. And so you're kind of just waiting there going, what's coming? But you haven't taken part. You haven't done your part in this co-creating and turning this situation around. And so you've been kind of in this place of sort of you need to rebuild. You need something new coming in. You need to steer yourself out of the situation you've been in, to make things lighter, a lighter load for you, to get moving on something, but yet you don't know what, right? You've been in this kind of stuck situation. And so Spirit says, listen, you don't know that you have it all along right there, right? So at that point, you don't know. You don't know that you've had the ability to just go within and find those answers, because the fear has kind of overtaken you, right? It's kind of overtaken you. And so you've done nothing. You haven't allowed Spirit to come in, really, not totally. You have had your moments where you've sat up in bed at night, and those of you who are listening who this resonates with, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. You're going to say, hey, that's me. Been waking up at night wondering what's going to become of me. How am I going to put food on the table? How am I going to pay my rent or mortgage? How am I going to, what am I going to do? And so here you've just going in a vicious cycle, right? But here's the thing. I'm just going to bring I love this little statue. This is my little Buddha, right? And so he's jade, like a green jade here. And I feel the positivity of that, what Buddha represents, okay? Peace. And there's that energy of knowing that there's always a solution. There's that magical place inside of you. I feel like I keep this Buddha with me. There's one here and one at work, right? And I'm not into any kind of religion in particular. I'm just very spiritual, and I believe in unification of energies. So he's here. So I'm going to include him in this reading here, okay? Move him over to the other side. And so here, Spirit says, listen, that what I just told you was your past and up to the most recent. Here is what's coming in for you. And this energy is there's a huge shift coming very soon for a lot of us. And it is fated. It is an energy that is a very healing energy coming in. And so Spirit says, look, see this? This is your heart. You are the master of your own heart, right? You are the master. You're the one that holds the key to feel as if you belong with money, with prosperity, with abundance. And I can say that. There was a time when I wouldn't be able to say that because I would hear my father's words. No, you don't need a lot of money. Because if you do, that will just, money's the root of all evil. But as I say these words, as Spirit comes through me, I see that my perception has changed to a healthier outlook. I hold the key to my own heart to allow what belongs with me. And I refuse to be in that place anymore where I don't believe that I'm worthy of having more money coming in than going out. right? I am in that place, and this is coming in for you, where you will feel the abundance of self-confidence, of just this overwhelming shift in energy where you feel that it's the end of the line for the perception of poverty, or the perception of, I don't know how I'm going to ever get out of debt. This is all changing because your heart that's been imprisoned in false beliefs is opening up now. You've got that key. You've got this. Okay? So Spirit says you've got this. Know that. Excuse me. This is coming. Look. See the, I feel like, see that tree there that's sort of faded, and then you see the leaves, healthy leaves budding and coming in, right? There's some that's still budding. These are creative ideas. They are innovative ideas and epiphanies that come in for you. Ideas to help move you out of the situation you've been in, and with the perception changing to a healthier perception, these new ideas start to form. You find creative ways, and with the assistance of your divine creator, your guides, your angels, your higher self, you are, and when I say higher self, I mean that voice inside of you that's uniquely yours, the essence of you, the very essence that makes you you. You just haven't known the real you because it's been muddled. The perceptions have been covered up. The lenses have been, fogged up, and you haven't seen clearly. But look, this tree is here. This tree is rooted deeply. And these fresh new ideas and innovative thoughts are coming in to help you on your way. And so Spirit says, listen, it may seem as if right now that in this quiet time in quarantine, that what are you going to do? There's no money. Well, here, these green leaves, which again represent health and healing and money in this situation, your with the work that you've done, the energy that's coming in, your perception that's changing, it opens you up, blossoms you, blossoming ideas into fruition. And so they're coming in. You have to just open up and allow them. Like when the seasons change and you see the buds on the trees, they're coming whether you like it or not. These leaves are going to form. They're going to open up to reveal the beautiful part of the tree that belongs. And so this, I look at the number 8 here on this card, and I think of infinity, infinite. Money has always belonged with you. You're the one that has decided all this time whether to have it or not. And I truly believe that if this is what Spirit wants you to know, then this is what's coming in. Now, the other important thing for you to know is that sometimes, most of the time, it doesn't just happen overnight. These are innovative ideas. These are the rebuilding of a more firm foundation, a balancing of other things in your life that haven't been balanced, causing you to feel lack of, okay? And so this success and growth is here. It's coming in, guys. And so here, Spirit says your sacral chakra has been blocked. I've done a chakra meditation recently, I think last month or something. The sacral chakra can be blocked when you're filled with fear and anxiety. When you heal the false perceptions and unravel the tangled web that has been within you for your lifetime, maybe, or other lifetimes, that's when your sacral starts to clear, when you recognize and you start to heal from the fear and anxiety, right? This is what's coming. Your sacral chakra is healing. it will open up the energy flow that has been stuck for so long, and it will bring in this. So guys, listen, this is just because we're in a quarantine and because the economy is sort of tanking right now worldwide. That's your piece of it, your part of it in this world. The success or failure depends on you, okay? So your piece of it in this environment that you're in, the success depends upon you. Now, your divine creator has created success for you, but you need to take part in that, and you need to do your part. Do some of that legwork. Be the receptor of these innovative ideas, these epiphanies, allowing yourself to work towards and know that you're worthy of having prosperity and abundance. Okay? Now, don't go beating yourself up because all this time you have felt very stagnant. You have felt like you were in a place of stagnation here, right? You are now heading into this beautiful, beautiful place of success. Look, so earlier when I was doing these cards, 3 and 3, the 3 rows here in the past, the 3 rows here of what's coming. So a couple cards fell out, and I put them aside for the moment because I thought, you know what? I'm going to, let's see where they fit in here. And now is the perfect time to bring them out. I'm going to put them right in the center over the heart, because your dreams, you've always had the ability to bring your dreams to fruition. You've always had the ability to manifest. But now, with all of this happening, the energy shift coming in and you putting it into high gear in regards to healing those perceptions and false perceptions into pure, healthy perceptions, you're assisting in manifesting these dreams. You are a manifestor. And I'm going to show you this. Listen to this one. Watch this. I was cleaning out my car yesterday, and it was such a beautiful sunny day. You know, my daughter and I, we went out to my car, and that's another story because that car was a mess. But anyways, I was cleaning out underneath, and I found this card. And I think it's perfect because it goes with this. It goes with this beautiful outcome here with the energy coming in. Guys, we are our own magicians. We can conjure up and create and co-create here. We can turn that lack of into abundance, overflowing. To always have food on the table, to always have gas in the car, to always have heat in the winter, air conditioning in the summer, whatever, to always have clothes on our back, and more, to have enough money to pay our bills, to have more than enough money to be able to take vacations, to be able to create whatever it is that we want financially and in any way in our life. But in this case, it is about money, about finances. I see, you ever see those chocolate gold coins, and they have them in a little like fishnet little bag in the store, convenience store or whatever? My kids used to always want those. They would go right for those. Can we have these? And I think of them now, and they're encased in this mesh bag, right? You can see through the bag. You can see what it is, and that gold wrapper is a temptation for kids. But here, you are the magician, and those gold coins are busting out, right? No longer is there going to be something holding those coins away from you. You're Archangel Michael, thank you for being here. He says we're cutting away what was once kept from you, what you kept from yourself. We're cutting away that wall or whatever it is between you and finances and money. And so here, there's no coincidence that that I found this card. This was meant for this reading today. Please don't think to yourself, again, another financial promises. This is why you're not going forward, because you have to take on the healing energy where you say to yourself, it does make sense. And this time I'm going to act on when I feel a nudge, when I get an idea. And I'm not just going to give up. I'm going to move forward with this. I'm going to put myself into a position where this is going to be life-changing. I'm going to create something very beautiful here for my life, because it is my life, my path, no one else's. And you're going to open up to that beautiful magician within yourself. Okay? See here? You are the fire. You are the fire. Now, the throat chakra card came out as well. So, Spirit, speak up. I hear Spirit say, speak up. Because there could be somebody that has fought you on some ideas or something that you've had that you wanted to put into fruition and you wanted to put into action. Maybe somebody didn't agree and was scared. And so you walked away from the innovative idea that you had, or some sort of investment idea. But no, Spirit says no more. Speak up. This is your life. This is you creating and co-creating the success in your path, okay? And so here, this is Spirit saying, I'm here to share the love with you. This is your inner self. There's something coming in your path with your ideas that you put into action, where you're sharing a piece of you in this world. You're sharing a piece of you that helps to raise the vibration. It's like a ripple effect. The positivity that comes from you, the ideas that come from you, the passion that you have that drives you to put yourself in a better situation financially. I'm telling you, the guides are here. Your guides are here. Your divine creator is here to say, listen, look, pay attention. Okay? You're your own healer here. We're here to assist you, and we'll help you. We'll bring in calm. We'll bring in peace. We'll bring in safety and protection. But you got to do your part. You have to bring out that inner healer within yourself for yourself. Okay? You have the ability. I want to, before I close this out, I want to, I consulted my universe deck, because the universe is here. Okay? The universe will give you what you put out. The vibration that you put out, the universe is going to give you, whether that's good or not good. But in this case here, listen to this one. Thinking different thoughts than you have ever thought before is the only path to answers, to healing, to new genes, or anything that glitters. And you know how good you look in those new genes. The universe. Love it. Guys, what a perfect card to end this reading. When going to come back with I think the finance and career goes hand in hand. In the beginning, I think I said I'm going to do something with career, a reading for career. And I think I am going to come back with a separate reading for career. But career and finance kind of go hand in hand. So this is it for this reading on finances, guys. You are the gold coins. Okay? The more you open up, the more abundance you receive. You are the prosperity. You are the gold coins. You are the abundance. You are. You are. And you are good enough. You are the great magician. Don't forget that. Love you all. Namaste.